Ryan Jensen Farms, among other places, east of Ankeny, was kind enough to let us tag along with him while harvesting beans to see the very latest in farming technology, John Deere's AutoTrack.
Not too many years ago, you'd overlap 5-10 feet when you got tired at night. And now we're overlapping 6 inches. And it's dark, daylight, dusty, it don't matter. You're always overlapping 6 inches.
The reasons for this improvement sit on the top of his combine.
John Deere 690, S690, so it's got over 500 horsepower, and it'll do about 5,500 bushels of corn an hour. Soybeans, we can do 30 acres an hour, 25 acres to 30 acres an hour, but it holds 400 bushels. And you know, back in the 70s, it probably only hold 180. The knife up front just cuts the crop, lays it down on the belt, which is something that's newer in the soybean industry. And that belt carries it into the center, and the feeder house takes it up to the rotor, and the rotor will thresh it. The rotor thrashes the mog, which I'd call it, material onto the shoe, and the shoe has just a bunch of fingers with air blowing through it, and it cleans it, and when it'll drop through the holes, and the trash will blow out the back.
It's a monster of a machine that features a 40-foot wide harvesting head, all of it guided by a radio and a GPS antenna mounted above his cab.
That controls everything that we plant. It's got a base station set. The base is 2 miles from here. It feeds that out wirelessly over to these tractors with those little antennas on top. When you set up a line, it'll just run it straight. It knows my course from last year when I plant this field in spring.
The combination of satellite-delivered and radio-delivered position information means the combine can navigate itself along a line with a resolution of plus or minus 3 inches.
When you have something where it takes over, you don't have to sit there and do judgment all day, and you can run more hours a day. So productivity, fuel less, you use less fuel, and fatigue in the operator too.
Not only that, but Ryan can control other machinery as well, all from within the cab of his machine.
Now we have machine sync that's on this tractor. The machine sync ties the combine and the tractor together when I'm harvesting, and he comes next to me and load on the go. It'll just hit a button, he'll lock on, where if I slow down, I speed up, he'll just stay right with me. And he can see in the cab how full I am. We usually dump on the go all the time.
All of this harvesting power and technology doesn't come cheap.
Combine costs about $380,000 just for the combine. And then the header's about another $80,000 on top of that.
But Ryan says the investment is worth it.
Plug it in and you go, and it knows everything. They all talk together. That's one reason we run a lot of John Deere everything, just because it's simplicity. You can change populations on the go. You can set it up to do soil types where you can up the population on certain soils. When we plant soybeans and corn, we'll document exactly how many acres of that variety we put in this field. Everything that you run across a field like that, accuracy is on AutoTrack it's worth it.
So, will there come a time when the machines will harvest all by themselves?
I don't think it's really going to happen for a long time. There's such a safety issue.